Hi friends, welcome back to Kangumi Crochet. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this adorable little pumpkin keychain. You can leave it plain and classic or decorate it with the face like I did. This one's got an annoyed expressions because, well, why not? This is a beginner-friendly project and I guide you step by step so you can follow along at your own pace. If you're new to crochet, don't worry, grab your yarn and hook and let's enjoy this cozy project together. In this pumpkin project, I use the same pattern but had so much fun experimenting with different yarns and hook size. This little yellow pumpkin is made with 100% cotton yarn and a 3mm hook. Super neat and compact. This orange one with the cute angry face used Novita yarn and a 4mm hook, perfect for a cozy woolly feel. And this big soft pumpkin here is crocheted with chenille yarn and an 8mm crochet hook, extra fluffy and cuddly. So don't be afraid to get creative and try different yarns and hooks to make your pumpkin uniquely yours. Here's what we need today. Yarn in 3 colors, one for the pumpkin, one for the stem and one for the vine. Crochet hook size 4mm if you are using Novita yarn like me. 4mm safety eyes optional. Yarn needle, stick marker, and some stuffing. Let's begin with round 1 by creating a magic ring. How to make a magic ring? Hold the end of your yarn in your left hand, letting it rest across your fingers. Grab the yarn around your 2 fingers, index and middle, to create an S shape on top. Hold the crossover point between your thumb and finger to keep it steady. Slide your crochet hook under the first loop of the S and hook onto the yarn that's behind it. Pull the yarn under the first loop to bring it through. Now, twist your hook to create a small loop. Chain 1 stitch to secure the loop and hold the ring together. This helps stabilize the magic ring and sets up for your next stitches. To check if you have made the magic ring correctly, gently pull the short yarn tail. If it tightens the loop, you done it right. Now, begin making single crochets directly into the loop. We will start with 6 single crochets. Place 6 single crochets into the loop. Hold the base of your stitches with one hand. With the other hand, gently pull the short yarn tail to tighten the loop, bringing your stitches into a tight circle. Now for our through, we are going to do increases in back loop only. That means we make 2 single crochets in the back loop of each stitch around. Repeat this all the way around. You will end up with 12 stitches by the end of the round. when you crochet, each stitch have two loops, the front loop and the back loop. Front loop, this is the loop that is closest to you when you look at the top of the stitch. Back loop, this is the loop that is farthest from you when you look at the top of the stitch. When we work in the back loop only, we insert the hook just under the back loop, leaving the front loop untouched. How to do an increase in back loop only? Insert your hook into the back loop only of the next stitch. Yarn over and pull up a loop. You have two loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through both loops to finish the first single crochet. Now, instead of moving to the next stitch, insert your hook back into the same back loop you just worked into. Yarn over, pull up a loop, two loops on your hook. Yarn over again and pull through both loops. Now you have made second single crochet in the same stitch. That's an increase in back loop only. Repeat this all the way around. You will end up with 12 stitches by the end of the round. Round 3, we continue working in back loop only just like in round 2. In this round, we are going to do a repeating pattern of 1 single crochet, then 1 increase, Now repeat the same pattern 5 more times all the way around the circle. By the time you finish round 3, you should have 18 stitches total. From rounds 4 to 11, just follow the pattern written on the screen. Take your time, there's no need to hurry, just enjoy the process and keep moving forward, little by little. Now let's add a little pumpkin stem using brown yarn. Start by making a slip knot. Then insert your hook underneath the entire first round. That's where the first 6 stitches were made into the magic ring. Chain 1 to secure it in place. Then chain 4 more. Starting from the second chain from the hook, mud a half double crochet slip stitch in each stitch, a total of 4 times. How to mud a half double crochet slip stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook into the second chain from the hook. Yarn over again and pull up a loop. You should now have 3 loops on your hook. Gently pull the first loop on your hook through the other 2 loops in one motion. Mud a half double crochet slip stitch in each stitch, a total of 4 times. Fasten off and leave a soft tail. Now use your yarn needle to pull both the starting and ending tails through to the inside of the pumpkin. And tie them together in a double knot to secure the stem. If you want to give your pumpkin a face, now is the time to add the eyes. Place your 6mm safety eyes between round 7 and 8, with 7 stitches in between. In round tail, we begin to gently decrease the size of our pumpkin to start closing it up. But don't worry, it's super easy and I guide you every step of the way. We're still working in back loop only, so remember, only insert your hook into the back loop of each stitch. That's the loop farther away from you. Oh, I ran into a little problem while filming round tail. Part of the footage went missing, but no worries, I'll use another pumpkin I made to refilm and clearly show you how to work through this round. The pattern for this round is 4 single crochet, then 1 decrease. Now it's time to decrease. Insert your hook into the back loop only of the next stitch and pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook. Then insert your hook into the back loop of the next stitch and pull up another loop. Now you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over and pull through all 3 loops at once. This is a single crochet decrease in back loop only. Now just repeat that pattern 6 times total. When you finish round tail, you will have 30 stitches. Continue crocheting until you finish this round. You are doing amazing. After this round, we start stuffing the pumpkin and it's really starting to come to life. So keep going. From rounds 13 to 17, continue following the pattern on screen. When you're done with round 17, fasten off and leave a long yarn tail. We use this tail to close the top. Use your needle to weave through the front loops of the last round. Pull gently to close the hole. Now comes the magical part, shaping your pumpkin. Take a pin or stick marker and mark where you want its indented ridge to go. I'm going to mark 6 ridges, so I'll mark 6 spots around round 11. It's one space 6 stitches apart. If you added a face, make sure the first ridge go right between the eyes. Do you remember how we worked in backloops only from earlier rounds? That left us with a row of front loops, and now they'll have us create a classic pumpkin shape. Start from the bottom center of your pumpkin and insert your yarn needle through a front loop. Then go up through the pumpkin to the top center. Pull the yarn gently to create a soft indent, and just like that, you have made your first ridge. Repeat this step for each marked section until you have 6 lovely ridges. And look at that, your pumpkin is starting to take shape. So cute, right? Let's mud the vine. Using green yarn, chain 23. starting from the second chain from the hook. Work 2 slip stitches. Next, repeat this section 6 times, 2 single crochets. One increase. And finish with 2 single crochets. Fasten off. And sew the vine to the top of the pumpkin, right next to the stem. It adds a cute curly detail. Want to give your pumpkin some personality? This time I wanted to have a little fun, so I gave mine an annoyed face. You can make your pumpkin happy, sleepy, sassy, or keep it classic and faceless. It's totally up to you. Use black cotton yarn to embroider eyebrows and the mouth. Use pink yarn for some rosy cheeks. And there you have it, your very own handmade pumpkin keychain. If you have fun making this pumpkin, I have exciting news. In my next video, we're going to use the same pumpkin base to create a pumpkin snail. It's sweet, it's cute, it's 100% handmade goodness. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you won't miss it. Thank you so much for crocheting with me today. I hope they brought a little bit of joy and pumpkin magic into your day. See you next time. Bye for now.